Today we'll talk about XRP and Ripple. This was practically the entirety of cryptocurrencies and money, so let's just get started, and let's get started. As a result of this Ingrid video, Ripple cross-border payments, new demos and settlements are all present since it transacts quickly and for a very tiny fee. Look at these global transfers to see why XRP is the best cryptocurrency for payments. Having a massive corporation with an estimated worth of approximately $130 trillion. Continue reading to the end to find out more. If this sounds like something you'd be interested in, make sure to watch this new video right now. Good day and welcome to our channel, where we discuss the most recent XRP and cryptocurrency news in general. If you are watching one of our videos for the first time, we will gladly offer you a special greeting. We encourage you to enable notifications so you never miss any video. We are pleased to announce that this channel is hosting a 200 XRP giveaway. To be eligible to participate, simply subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment with the hashtag XRP. The winner will be notified on September 30th. Its infrastructure, however, is out of date. The difficulty capital-entrapped fee-based intermediaries gradually settle in missing transactional information, poor failure rates, as well as single-point security weaknesses. We are aware of these difficulties at Ripple and have created a cutting-edge payment method based on the XRP ledger and virtual currency XRP. XRP is the ideal cryptocurrency for payments since it performs transactions quickly and affordably, has a high throughput, and emits no carbon emissions when used. Ripple's payment solution can act as a bridge. Fiat currencies eliminate pre-funding and make payment terms obvious, which aids our partners' compliance efforts. Furthermore, we offer fairly priced lines of credit that promote speedy scalability and financial flexibility, and our network connects you to top receivers in key markets so that you can start conducting business in as little as 4 weeks when you're ready to expand into new corridors. A Ripple payment works like this. If I had to acquire a fiat estimate on price and foreign exchange, or FX, is requested by the sending institution, the sender receives and accepts a quote from the receiver that includes a pre-agreed upon excess margin in the payment instructions, and the sender sends the payment instructions in less than. Money is transferred from the sender to the recipient in 3 seconds after being deducted from a digital asset wallet funded by Ripple with XRP by the payment instructions to the receiver, who instantly distributes fiat to the final beneficiary and simultaneously converts XRP to fiat to the sending institution at the start of the next business week. The benefits are obvious. Payments that are dependable, clear, and attractive. Managed in seconds with lower transaction fees available when you meet them. Ripple converts your international payments from remittances to small and medium-sized businesses to treasury payments. Therefore, it goes without saying that this video is about payments and makes use of the efficiencies that XRP has discovered. Furthermore, we're discussing cross-border payments today. This video was something I wanted to include. XRP is used throughout the solution. Because of its efficiency, XRP is at the forefront and the focal point of the market. Apart from that, we know that Ripple has recently joined the Central Bank of Central Bank cross-border payments activity and force. Take a look at all the associations that are reverberating outside. Many of these are financial industry titans, and I want you to understand that Ripple's strength is in these are the major corporations with ties to Ripple right now. You are correct that many of these names have a domino effect, which implies that even though they are all fantastic names, there are 20, 50, or 100 other names associated with each of them. Thus, there may be 200, 300, 400, or 1,000. Networks are revealed in this network of organizations, and by networks, I'm referring to banks in particular. It's vast, it's enormous, and you know fintech business is naming it. Consider SBI Remits on this page as an example, which we are aware has been rapidly expanding. Furthermore, this city made a surprising discovery in September of this year, and it represented crossword payments for the future of $250 trillion, which will be relocated home over the next 5 years of crossword payments. The future has paved the way for us. During the next 5 years, $250 trillion will be transferred by home. Cross-border payments are at a tipping point right now. When the ecosystem is supplemented by new rivalries in technology, there will unavoidably be winners and losers. To maintain their market share and succeed, all firms must remain nimble and adapt quite intriguingly, because it implies that they will either need to adopt new technologies or perish the difficulties and opportunities that market participants are facing at this critical time. Given the rewards presented, the extreme level of competitiveness and crossword payouts are not surprising in this study. The race for a piece of the crossword payment wallet is heating up. Between new and established enterprises, frequently with innovative business techniques, consumers both locally and internationally are demanding a streamlined, transparent, 24-hour real-time experience, which is driving the changing business climate as well as changing consumer habits and boosting expectations. Furthermore, corporate institutional client marketplaces are now exposed to these expectations. The payment industry is changing as a result of new business models, such as marketplaces sharing economic models and direct-to-consumer offers. The sector is also seeing an increase in different competition. Payments are increasingly moving away from batch and file-based traditional instruction techniques and toward application programming activities and interfaces. This is significant because, as we now know, Rippleman is API-based, so there will be additional options for fintechs, which will ripple into that category, as well as additional participants who will be enabled by traditional financial infrastructure for programs such as open banking. Regulation is also stimulating more innovation, which has resulted in an increase in the number of players we can provide. Naturally, it's intriguing to watch technology advance and employ digital customer experience as a differentiation. A remark made by the city's CEO comes to mind. Every day, we strive to be the premier financial partners for organizations. As the world's population grows, so do the needs. As payment, relevant clients demand solutions that satisfy their global needs. To advance cross-border payments to the next stage of evolution, our industries must work closely with financial institutions, businesses, and industry experts, all of whom have provided their perspectives in this document, to continue creating world-class experiences for customers while utilizing tools such as artificial intelligence and digital assets. Wow, that's a major statement, since they now want to use graphic assets as we work together to transform cross-border payments over the next 5 years. For the city's future, which excites me enormously, and also demonstrates that we will see huge news after significant announcements over the next 5 years. I'm not going to discuss the price after such a huge announcement. Although it may not happen every day, it will happen over the next 5 years, and what this symbolizes is an increase in utility and acceptance. This is a substantial claim. And there are many good things to think about. They do identify openness, punctuality, and cost as significant payment factors. These are all huge difficulties, and money is the fundamental motive. Remember my discussion about utilizing digital assets so thoroughly that they are completely erased. Ripple has been pushing openness, speed, and affordability for cross-river payments for a long time. It's intriguing to observe how banks try to compete with disruption. Down here, 70 more infrastructure modifications are being implemented to customize the technique, speed, and cost of liquidity management for major payments. Collaborations with fintech new teams that are cutting talent, DLT, and blockchain. By the way, I expect this to rise. Significantly modernized front-end platforms and the client experience use of AI and machine learning is quite fascinating. We live in a fascinating period in history, and as I've already stated, we're leading the way in this prosperity, payments representing a $250 trillion market. And what's funny about this is that I'm a 13 in 2023. We're already seeing several of the Ripple partners grow significantly. Trying low, a Ripple partner has process demand liquidity worth more than $1 billion. You realize that it is a drop in the bucket, and I do believe that many of these values will increase significantly over the next few years, but as you can see from the research that was released. According to a Malaysian fintech media outlet, the cross-border payment business is rapidly expanding, with an amazing $156 trillion in remittances last year. Additionally, it is expected that throughout the next year, $250 trillion will be spent in 4 years. It is a rapidly growing market. Daily Ripple is well aware of this. They have been expanding and expanding their activities. Furthermore, XRP is significant because it is linked to many of the things that Ripple is striving to do. A firm that Ripple owns 40% of reveals that SBI has just begun global XRP adoption in the Philippines, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Recently noted this from crypto. A Malaysian media site said that Triangular XRP on demand is available. Liquidity increased by more than 1,700% to 1,700%. Transactions grew as well, increasing from 53 million in 2021 to 970 million in 2022. This is crucial since it illustrates the quick growth. It is conceivable, with just a triangle connection and the use of XRP based on demand liquidity, and I believe and recognize that this may appear silly. Many people will wonder, how come this isn't affecting the price? If that affected the price, I honestly believe XRP would have dropped to what I believe the pricing was. Like a bear, the low on this most recent huge was about 28 or 29 cents. Market low watching XRP has been amazing since they looked at the ADA, for example. In the most recent substantial run, ADA achieved a high of $3. It's currently lying beneath, say, 25 or 30 cents. I could be wrong because I haven't given it much attention. Yes, XRP has kept its place, its name has grown in significance, and the price below 50 cents hasn't altered all that much. However, I believe the most recent low price on futures exchanges was 43 cents. Sure, it could fall considerably further, but I'm only suggesting that, in my judgment, its use outside of the US has had a big impact. After all, we're talking about $1 billion. Although it is not a large lot of money, I believe it has had an influence. Furthermore, I believe that additional has been stronger than has ever been, and we can see how the finance business has expanded. In this post, crypto is used internationally via employing people-focused payments, which is precisely what crypto is doing here. Now that they brought it up, I'll mention the relationships in this example, because it's evident that Triangular benefited from them as the company developed quickly despite the 2015 worldwide energy slump and the epidemic wilderness. Triangular's cross-border payment. Thousands of businesses, including international behemoths like Wise, Alipay, and Payoneer, employ solutions to enable transactions every day. For millions of people in 70 different countries, by the way, I'm going to make a video here shortly addressing why SWIFT is and whether we should be concerned about XRP, so this is fascinating and should be noted. Of this and total the transactions. As a result of this, the business handled $1.33 billion in 2018. This sum would rise by a factor of $2 to $3 billion in 2022, after having already transacted more than $2 billion in the first half of 2023. They're rapidly growing. It is vital to note that, in my opinion, the business strategy now strongly relies on on-demand liquidity. Additionally, we can observe that the company's collaborations have risen by 20% per year. We have been a worldwide company since 2008, thanks to years of excellent cooperation with Ripple and many other parties. Additionally, we can witness consumption over here, which will expand by a factor of 20 in 2022. Yes, triangles will undoubtedly continue to develop, as we already know. Likewise, many of the Ripple-related players will continue to grow. That excites me quite a bit. It's fantastic to see how many of these Ripple partners are discovering the benefits of connecting to the Ripple network and using XRP for on-demand payments. Liquidity is fascinating because it demonstrates Ripple's effectiveness. As a result, if we return to the city piece and consider what the city is examining here, I believe that a significant wave will soon start to emerge in the area of cross-border payments, notably the use of digital assets, and I believe that will be a significant event because it is explicitly stated here that digital assets have not yet scaled, but intriguing use cases such as smart contracts and real-time liquidity are already starting to emerge. When you use a fintech like Ripple, It's a really exciting thing to do. This is based on a $250 trillion futures market. That's a lot, I hope. After all, you all liked the video.